Ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the Rothman Orthopaedics guest line, we have been blessed with so many great guests, and this one tops the charts. One of my favorite people in Philadelphia, period. One of my favorite people to hear ever, the great Dan Baker, celebrating his 51st year with the Phillies, 50th season doing the games as their public address announcer, Dan Baker. What's up, Dan?
Mark, how are you today?
I am fantastic, and just hearing your voice makes me feel even better. It makes me feel like it truly is baseball season with the Phillies getting ready to play on Friday. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling very good. Of course, as you know, I've been through some health challenges, but thankfully, Mark, most of those medical issues are behind me now. A few little obstacles to overcome, but last year I came back and was able to announce every single Phillies home game. All 81 home games. And if I do say so myself, performed at a pretty high level.
Absolutely. You're never not in mid-season form, my friend. No, just 51 seasons, but you're 50th calling it. Do you not count the one where you weren't able, where there were either no fans or you just weren't able to participate?
Yes, Mark. This is such a milestone. To the best of my knowledge, there are only two other public address announcers in Major League history to have announced for 50 years or more. Pat Piper of the Chicago Cubs, 59 years at Wrigley Field from 1916 through 1974, and Bob Shepard of the New York Yankees at Yankee Stadium from 1951 through 2007, a total of 57 years. And as of this Friday, I will only be the third PA announcer who will have announced 50 years. Mm-hmm. And of course, I'm very proud of that. But what I was getting at, Mark, is I didn't want to accept this privilege and like half-baked, like if I didn't earn it.
Right.
And I didn't see in 2020 when I had a 24-hour surgery to remove a squamous cell carcinoma from my maxillary sinus, which had also invaded my bone. That was the year that, because of the pandemic, the season was shortened to just 60 games, 30 home games. Now, I did announce 4 summer camp games and 1 exhibition game between the Phillies and the Baltimore Orioles, but I didn't think that was sufficient to lay claim to announcing an entire season. So this is something, Mark, that I wanted to earn fair and square. So here I am.
You're incredible. In the on the field comparison to this, that's like when Ted Williams was batting over 400 and still batted in the last game of the season and only hit 406. Like he wanted to earn 400 and he ended up doing it tenfold. You, sir, from the booth are doing, as far as I'm concerned, the exact same thing.
Well, that's a high compliment, Mark. You're very kind. I think too kind.
It's amazing what you're doing.
Thank you. I love it. Mark, I am so energized when I get to the ballpark. I think my coworkers, the fans would tell you. I mean, when I get into that baseball park and I see the green grass and the blue skies, and you see the players on the field, and the sights, the sounds, the smells of the ballpark, the food on Ashburn Alley emanating from the concession stands, the excitement in people's voices, the happiness of being at a baseball game, a Phillies baseball game. And, it's something I've grown up with and you've grown up with, and all of us in the Delaware Valley, I think, are so privileged with all of our sports teams.
Certainly. And yes, I've grown up here. I've been very fortunate for that. When I think of Citizens Bank Park, when I think of going to ball games at the Vet still, I think of, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. And I think of the great Dan Baker. When you think back over 51 years, 50 seasons now, what jumps to mind about your career with the Philadelphia Phillies?
Well, not only do I love announcing Phillies games, but Mark, for me, and for all of us in this business, you need some help along the way. And when Bill Giles hired me as the Phillies PA announcer in the fall of 1971, that was following the first year that the Phillies played baseball at Veterans Stadium, to start April of 1972. I was no longer Dan Baker. Who's that? I never heard of him. I was Dan Baker, the Phillies announcer. Well, that opened doors that allowed me eventually to do the Philadelphia Eagles public address announcing, to do Big Five basketball, radio and television play-by-play, and become executive secretary of the Big Five, to eventually do Drexel basketball, to do play-by-play for Temple football and Penn football, to also do the PA for the Army-Navy football game, which I have done since that Gridiron Classic moved to Lincoln Financial Field in 2003. So I met my wife, Kathy, at the Phillies. She actually started there before I did. She was in sales and marketing from 1971, the Phillies' first year at the Vet. I started in 72, the second year. Both of our children, Darren and Courtney, worked at Veterans Stadium during their college years. And so, I mean, I just owe so much to them. And as I said, being there and the visibility that it created for me opened many other doors. So I have so much to be thankful to the Phillies for.
I mean, you're just incredible. You really are. And when you think back over those 50 years and all your accomplishments, one of the first things apparently that jumps to your mind is just the family connection and then the family atmosphere that you've been able to enjoy in Philadelphia. It really is an incredible thing, Dan.
Thank you, Mark. And I have met so many nice people along the way. Of course, the Phillies have been so good, and really throughout Philadelphia sports, and I saw, Fran Dunphy was named the LaSalle coach yesterday, a good friend. So happy for Fran. My heavens, what he's accomplished as the head coach of Penn men's basketball, Temple men's basketball, replacing a legend in John Chaney. Wow, that's a tough act to follow. And Fran did it magnificently. And now here he is at LaSalle where he played. Mm-hmm. And if I'm not mistaken, Fran has his undergraduate degree from LaSalle, his master's from Villanova. So you talk about Mr. Big Five. Well, of course, I love Big Five basketball and Drexel basketball. I cherish the 15 years that I was at Drexel University from 1997 through 2012, and working with Bill Hurrian and Steve Seymour and Bruiser Flint there, and Zach Spiker. And as you know, Mark, we meet so many fabulous people in this business and great athletes. And is there a better sports city anywhere than Philadelphia?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. And speaking of that, I mean, I don't have to tell you the electricity that runs through Citizens Bank Park when it feels like the Phillies are going to do something special. And this year it feels like with Kyle Schwarber, Nick Castellanos, this lineup, the reigning MVP in Bryce Harper, JT Realmuto on the lineup. You got young guys coming north with the ball club. There's going to be that electricity again with this ball club. Hopefully Nola has a good year. Hopefully you have Zach Wheeler having a good year. All that. What is it like for you to know that anticipation and that excitement is going to be there from jump at CBP?
Oh, I love it. It's going to remind me of our golden eras, like 2007 through 2011, going back to the mid-70s into the early 80s, the Schmidt, Luzinski, Boa, Carlton years. They were great. And, of course, the 07 to 11 run with Ryan Howard and Chase Utley and Jimmy Rollins and Cole Hamels, Roy Halladay, the last couple of those years. It is so exciting down there. And, like that 07 to 11 run, Mark, we were never out of the Phillies were never out of a ball game. There was so much thunder in that lineup. Well, this lineup is going to be one of the best hitting Phillies teams of all time. We may have 4 players with 30 or more home runs. You look at it, Bryce Harper could do it. Nick Castellanos could do it. Kyle Schwarber could do it. Reese Hoskins could do it. I mean, one guy could have an off night. You got 3 or 4 other horses. And then you're going to see up and down the lineup, other guys are going to be helped out with all these. There'll be less pressure on Didi Gregorius. Don't be surprised to see him bounce back after a bad year last year, both in the field and at bat. But he's a good baseball player. He was injured last year, and he might surprise a few people. And he might club 20 home runs this year. And how about Bryson Stott, that rookie? My gosh, what he did in Clearwater this year. And then I think our starting rotation is people might be taking for granted. But if everybody's healthy, we could have a pretty good one. And I think what Dave Dombrowski's done, by bringing in Kyle Schwarber and Nick Castellanos and Jerice Familia and Brad Hand in the bullpen. I mean, we have a stronger bullpen. Corey Knebel, will be the closer. This is a good baseball team. And I think they are certainly poised to end that playoff drought that started 10 years ago.
I'm with you, Dan. I think they definitely snap that drought. I think they end that drought, and I say they compete for the division. I don't care about them Atlanta Braves.
I'm with you.
There you go. That was. I just heard you say some of the new names like Bryson Stott, Nick Castellanos, Kyle Schwarber. Can I be so bold, Dan Baker? Can I be so bold as to? Can you give us a little taste of that, Nick Castellanos name and how Dan Baker's going to say it? Bryson Stott, how Dan Baker's going to say it at Citizens Bank Park?
Now batting for the Phillies, number 8, designated hitter Nick Castellanos.
Oh my goodness. I am ready. I'm going to buy season tickets now. I'm going to get season tickets. I need to hear that voice. That is electricity. Is there? Oh, you know what? Can I ask for Bryson Stott, but most likely a third baseman?
I'm not even sure of Bryson's number yet. I don't have a number in.
You're right. Probably change it. Yeah, you're right.
Now batting for the Phillies, shortstop Bryson Stott. Of course, it also could be now batting for the Phillies, third baseman Bryson Stott.
The Phillies like to move guys around, so why don't we just cover every bit? No, I was kidding. That's great, Dan. That just gave me chills. No doubt. Oh, that just gave me chills. It's so great. Is there a name, and I know you get this question a lot, but I feel like I'm obligated to ask you, is there a name in your 50 seasons that people, when they see you, when they meet you, they always ask for? Like, is there a number one name that people want you to say?
Well, it's usually one of the polysyllabic names. Because you can, the names with multiple syllables, Mark, allow you to do a more melodic interpretation. Now batting for the Phillies, number 12, second baseman Mickey Morandini.
That is incredible. Is that Mickey calling you on the phone right now? Being like, yeah, that was great. Way to nail it.
I did a radio show with Mickey Monday night, and he's just terrific. And people respond to him. He was a good ball player. He's a wonderful ambassador for the team now, and of course he's coached for the Phillies in the minor leagues and at the big league level. We have so many good baseball people, from our history and who are still connected with the club. Hey, Larry Boa, Charlie Manuel. My goodness.
Mm-hmm. No, absolutely. Dan, I think I've told you this story personally when we've spoken, but to put it out there, I'll never forget when I was in college, my buddy Sean Casey met you on the subway to the game, and he was going down early. I think he was working at a pizza shop in the ballpark and all that. And he came back and he's like, "You're not going to believe who I met." And I go, "Who?" And he goes, "Dan Baker." I go, "No way. Dan Baker's not taking the subway," whatever it was. And he goes, "No, we were on the subway." And he saw I had a Phillies hat and we started talking. And then it clicked, like that voice. He said a name. You didn't put stank on it. You didn't announce it, but you said the name and you're like, wait a minute, Dan Baker. And he just said that you couldn't have been a nicer guy. You wanted to talk baseball, and people, when they meet people like you, they're not sure if that's what you want to talk about because you talk about it a lot. And he just said that you were the nicest guy in the world. And here I am, many years later, I admit, where I'm getting a chance to get to know you. I have gotten to know you over the years. And man, if you're not the nicest guy you could ever come across, Dan Baker, you deserve every accolade you get in the years you've been, letting us hear the sports of Philadelphia. You have been our voice, my friend, and you deserve everything that comes your way over your 50th season of calling the games down there on the PA at CBP.
Thank you very much, Mark. Again, I have so much to be thankful for. And, when I hear those fans cheer, boy, it just energizes me, and of course, when the Phillies are rallying, I'll try to, use a little more enthusiasm myself to encourage that fan involvement in a positive way. But the other people in the business, like yourself, with whom I've made friends over all these years, and everybody has been really helpful. I can't think, we always run into somebody, human chemistry being what it is, there's going to be people that like us and people that don't like us. But I must say, I've been very, very fortunate. I've met so many nice people, and, I could count on one hand the number of bad people that, it's just, life is to be enjoyed. And, being here in Philadelphia, there's no place I'd rather be. And with all these teams, the Phillies, the Eagles, the Sixers, the Flyers, the Union, the Big Five, Drexel, our Division II and III school. Man, what a place to be. We have the Jersey Shore not too far away.
and now you got Mako Pizza in the ballpark. Look at that.
Yes.
What would Whitey do if he was still with us today? Then get pizzas delivered to the booth every day from Mako and Mako's, probably. Yeah.
Well, he was loyal to Celebrezze. So
he was. That's true. The Celebrezze twins. We all know. All know. Yeah. Dan, I can't thank you enough for coming on with me, man. And if you would humor us for just a second, we are you a TikTok guy? You don't have a TikTok account, do you?
No.
Well, we just started ours. We got 1,000, and we wanted the followers. It's very early in our TikTok stages. Would you be so kind as to thank some of our TikTok followers on that account for the Farzy Show?
I would be happy to, Mark.
Oh, you spoil me, my friend. You spoil me. I know you like to play. I know you're a funny guy, so I figured you could have some fun with this. If you wouldn't mind, Dan Baker, great voice of Philadelphia.
The Farzy Show would like to thank Clint Flynn, Shane B425, Nate Alvarez 1007, Ben G65, Professor Dutch 84, Mr. Sick of the Face, Dummy Thick Alex, user 158-123-4326-157. Username 10D. Stinkfoot. Soup Days 21. And Fortnite Clips 673X.
Oh my goodness, the great Dan Baker. Oh my, just mid-season form already, my friend. Good Lord.
Thanks, Mark.
Dan, you sound amazing. You look great, buddy. I can't wait to hear you at Citizen Bank Park. Like I said, nobody deserves the accolades that you're going to get, that someone like you is going to get over the course of a 50th season. being the PA announcer for any team. So you deserve everything, my friend. Couldn't happen to a better guy. And we are honored to have you as a guest of the Farzy Show.
Thank you, Mark. Best of luck to you, Marc Farzetta, the Farzy Show.
Day's made. Year is made. Year is made now. Thank you so much. Dan Baker, ladies and gentlemen, joining us on the Rothman Orthopaedics guest line.
Thank you, Mark.